Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Just worked on this little podcast and wanted to put it out there, so hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think and stay based. Is writing the book I just fell out of
Happy Halloween.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Just testing out to see if this thing works. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. I think it is working. Alright. Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me and it doesn't sound too much like I am in an airplane. Right now, I am currently leaving my home in Newmarket, Ontario. For those of you who don't know where I am or where I am from, where I live, I'm leaving my home. I have just pulled out of my driveway in Newmarket, Ontario, and I'm on my way to the Building Show. It is a convention slash expo. I'm wondering if you can hear the little notifications that pop up on my Google Maps. Hopefully you don't, because that might be a little bit annoying. But anyway, I've been having the thought that I really wanted to produce podcasts because anybody who follows me knows that I like to go on long rants, and my preferred style of I guess video even, I like to long form rants and discussion, and that seems to be my thing. So I figured for the last little while I wanted to make my own little podcast. It's always been a little dream of mine, and then I realized I could download this little recorder on my phone, and I thought that makes things a lot easier. I don't have to necessarily invest in a big audio setup. That being said, my files are really bad quality right now. It sounds like I'm in an airplane. To be fair, I'm moving around in my car, so it's probably not the best time to record a podcast. But that being said, I figured it's probably no better time. It's authentic, it's raw, it's I just like to talk, and it's a good, I kind of think when I drive anyway, so why not just talk out loud and practice my oratory skills and produce something while I'm moving around, so I'm not necessarily wasting time. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I've been wanting to produce a podcast, so here I am driving to the Building Show in Toronto, Ontario. It is November 30th, 2018 today. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this, or if this will even ever hit the air, because I don't know what the quality will be like, or if I'll end up releasing it, but I'm just experimenting and whatnot. But that's why I'm doing this, because I've been wanting to make a podcast, and I figured the first step to producing something is to practice and to produce bad quality things. So my first probably 100 podcasts are going to be shit, and that's something that I'm going to have to be okay with. And I've realized that to go on this journey, of even any journey, you're going to have to be comfortable with being bad at something if you want to get good. Even those who are naturally talented are going to have to face some level of work to get to the highest levels. So you're going to have to face some discomfort, you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. So that being said, I hope you guys are patient, and I hope I can provide you at least some level of value over these coming weeks, months, years, as I try to get better at this skill of talking, of producing podcasts, of producing valuable media and entertainment material for people to consume, because that's what I want to do. It makes me, the idea of contributing to society, of helping others to realize their best selves, if I can play a part in that, the idea of that makes me very happy. So it's something I feel like I should try. Even if I don't do it, even if it goes nowhere, the idea of it makes me really happy and excited, so I feel like it's something I gotta try. Don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I hope I'm making sense here, because of my typical fashion, I'm kind of just riffing off of nothing, and sometimes it goes well for me, and sometimes it doesn't. You guys are obviously going to be the judges of that. If you keep coming back, if you show support, if you do like this and you share it with your friends and family, whatever it be, that's just slowly more signs that what I'm doing may be worthwhile. So just getting onto the highway here. I don't know if you can hear those extra noises, if I'm going to have to talk extra loud. Probably. It sounds pretty loud. I can barely hear myself talk. I'm about to just witnessing people almost getting in an accident. But is this safe, what I'm doing? I don't know. That thought has crossed my mind. Should I be recording my voice while I talk, while I drive? I don't see it much different from having a conversation. It's not like I'm holding my phone to my head. I've got some wireless headphones on. I think this is probably going to end up being shitty, worthless audio, honestly. Judging based off of what my ears are hearing, I can only imagine what this microphone is picking up, and I imagine it's going to be very low quality material, so I apologize for that. If in the end you can hear anything of what I'm saying, this will probably go up, because I want to be true to that spirit of putting yourself out there, of trying to do things even though they're not good quality necessarily, but the intent is there. So if this is at all, what is the word, not legible, like legible for hearing, if this can be made out at all, then I will upload this, and I will figure out different outlets to upload, be it YouTube, SoundCloud, all that. Shit, this is loud as fuck. Hopefully you guys can hear me. My truck is super loud. Down the road, I think I'm gonna have to invest in a what's it called? Shit, I just think I lost something and now I'm all phased. Anyway, I was talking and I hope that you guys can hear me. I'm sorry if this is a very bad quality recording, but I've been wanting to make a podcast, so I gotta start somewhere. And I guess I just realized that if this does end up being very bad quality, very poor quality, then I can only go up from there, right? So let's see how it ends up going. Sorry, I found what I was looking for. This podcast has been brought to you by Juul Vaporizers. Now, Juul Vaporizers have been the hottest vaporizer on the market with teenagers and young adolescents in the past couple of months, catching a lot of hate from older people, even other vaporizer Vape Nation groups. But I'm here to tell you that as a former smoker in a vaporizer, a current vaporizer, I do enjoy Juul the most. It is very lightweight. I just thought I lost it even though it was just sitting right between my legs. It feels the most true to the cigarette experience, with the whole pull, the nicotine hit, the throat hit. It's the most enjoyable experience in my eyes, and it's got a good affordable price point as well. So just wanted to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Juul Vaporizers. I don't have any deals or partnerships or anything going on with them, so unfortunately I don't have any discount codes that you can use. I just wanted to throw in there a little advertisement for Juul because I'm using my Juul vaporizer right now. Wanted to give them a little bit of love. So yeah, if you guys are thinking of quitting smoking, or you think your vaporizer's a little too chunky and you gotta wear a backpack to carry your vaporizer around, check out the Juul. It's pretty cool. Alright, sorry for that interruption. Just had to bring you an advertisement from our sponsors. Like I did mention, there is no actual partnership with Juul. I just wanted to have a sponsor for this podcast, so it makes it more authentic, not more authentic, more, it adds a certain level of, I don't know what it adds now that I'm starting to think about it, but I was listening to a podcast the other day, I think it was with William Von Hippel on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about how when we're growing up and we're imitating, we do it in a high fidelity sort of way, and that when we're trying to imitate something, even though we may not know why we're doing a certain thing when we're imitating, it's we're trying to do it as best as we have witnessed and learned. So I think because I have seen so many successful podcasts with advertisements and sponsors, I felt like adding a little of my own bootstrap version of a sponsor advertisement might give me a bit of credibility and just add to the overall authenticity. I don't know why. Yeah, it's somewhat authentic because this is programming. It may not be radio programming, but sponsors really do help those things flourish. A lot of times people listen to this stuff for free, including myself. I listen to most podcasts and never give back. I'm going to call myself out on that, but that being said, if I listen to a few advertisements and that's my way of giving to these podcast producers so they can continue to do their thing, that seems pretty fair and just in my eyes. So, yeah. Shout out to all my other favorite podcasts, the Joe Rogan Experience, the Duncan Trussell Family Hour. That's a really good one. I'm a fan of the Aubrey Marcus podcast. I like the Ben Shapiro's Daily Report, or whatever it's called, the Daily Wire. He does a really good podcast if you're into conservative politics. Yeah, those are some of my favorite podcasts that I listen to when I have some spare time and I'm looking to consume some content. Patrick Bet David, the Valuetainment podcast, those are kind of short and sweet a lot of times, and I like most things that Patrick Bet David touches. Yeah, again, if you are listening to this and you can hear anything I am saying, I really do appreciate you listening to this horrible audio quality. All I really can say is that if you do listen to this and you are enjoying what I'm talking about, and you do show support by continuing to come back and listen to these, and to share and comment and let me know that you're listening, it helps me to realize this is something I need to invest more of my time in, more of my money in, and if it is something that should be more worthwhile to invest in personally, then I think the quality should go up, and I think that would make both me happy, because I would be happy that the quality is going up and not so, that the bad quality wouldn't be so interfering with the messages I'm hoping to relay, but also, I don't know what the second thing I was going to say, but, I think it would also be better for you because you wouldn't have to worry or sit through such an annoyance. I mean, if you are listening to this, power to you. I don't know, I don't know what kind of value I do produce, or, but I appreciate you listening to this. I really do. I don't know that I would personally listen through this, partially because I think I'm a piece of shit, and I don't know that I would listen to myself much. Even though I do try to be somebody who is worthwhile listening to, but I have high standards, I guess, and I don't know that I would listen through a bunch of rumbling bullshit listening to some nobody, but hopefully one day I can be half of somebody and produce somewhat did find these other noises annoying, if you can even hear me, because in the back of my head I don't know if this is going to go up. In the back of my head I feel like my voice is going to come out so quiet that it's just nothing but a murmur, that this is just going to be a trash audio file meant for the abyss, the digital graveyard. Maybe just a shot and a total miss on my part. Maybe I'll spend however long I've spent already. In the end, I was aiming to spend 45 minutes to an hour of just talking, and maybe that's going to end up a waste. I don't. It might be a waste in that I won't come up with an audio file able to upload, but maybe it won't be a waste in that this will be valuable practice experience in going for 45 minutes, doing long form speeches. I mean, I say that I like to do long form, but around 10 minutes, if you watch my videos, it's kind of clear that my mind peters out and I can't hold a monologue for much longer than 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't even know if these monologue sort of podcasts will be interesting, you know? These are all things that are running through my head. I'm trying to imagine what percentage of the general population would find listening to a random guy rambling enjoyable and entertaining. And I don't know, maybe 1%, maybe less. If I could get 10 people to listen to me on a weekly basis, that would be a freaking win in my eyes. So I think I've got like 50 something YouTube subscribers. If I could get like a consistent 10 people who are into what I'm doing, that'd be a huge win in my eyes, and spending an hour up to 5 hours doing this stuff would be worthwhile. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I hope this isn't going to be a waste of time. I mean, I'm not moving so fast right now, so I think all you might be able to hear is my fan. I can lower that a bit so you don't hear it. But yeah, I feel like I keep saying this, but if you are listening to this, I really do appreciate it. You are the reason that I'm going to keep doing this. It just really means a lot to me that you're listening to this, and that means that I can follow my dream of talking to a microphone and trying to inspire others to do good things and to be the best person within themselves. So I can't thank you enough for listening to this, for supporting me, for watching my videos, for listening to my podcasts, for just giving me that support. It really means the world to me, and each and every person who does invest, whether it be their time. We all only have 24 hours, and if you're investing even 30 seconds of your day in watching my videos, that really means so much to me. So thank you guys. Thank you. It means a lot. But yeah, that being said, I'm one of those guys who is going to go for his dreams just because I feel that I need to. I don't necessarily have any good reason, I don't think, in my mind, other than I want, if I'm being honest, I want a lot out of life. I want a beautiful wife. I want fast cars to drive. I want good food. I want to have good vacations. I mean, I don't know that the average person wouldn't want that stuff if they're being honest with themselves. If there is a person who doesn't want that stuff, that is the kind of person who you should be listening to. You should be listening to their podcast. I'm just a fake. I'm just trying to be somebody who doesn't need that stuff or want that stuff. But if I'm being honest, flashy things excite me. I like that stuff. My ego enjoys to be stroked. It enjoys to be, I don't know if heralded is the right word, but I like to be celebrated. I like to do powerful, strong things and help people and be recognized and acknowledged. And part of acknowledging that I do like those things bothers me. Because I don't want to be average, I guess. Maybe I'd like to think that I'm better than the average person and that I don't want that stuff, but it also kind of excites me and I want it. It's confusing. But that being said, I have dreams and I'm gonna try and chase them because it's exciting to me. It's kind of hard at times. I mean, I feel like I'm getting better at becoming more at peace with it. I was a lot more anxious and nervous and self-conscious about chasing dreams and admitting that I wanted a lot. But now I feel more comfortable with it, even though I don't know that it's the right thing, that a good person would want that stuff. I feel better to acknowledge and admit that I want that stuff and that I'm going to chase my dreams. So thank you guys for listening to this and helping one guy chase his dreams. Speaking from this one guy, thank you so much. Making one dream come true is a miracle, and yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm not saying much at this point. I'm going to I don't know. I wanted this to be a longer podcast, but at this point I don't know what I'm doing. I can talk about the convention I'm about to go to, I guess. Why not? For those of you who are listening and are into construction and building, maybe you want to hear about it. So I'm off, like I said, to the building show at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. It is the last day of the show, so it's only a half-day show. And I didn't kind of realize, I think I did realize that, but I had planned to go today for some reason, not fully realizing that it was only half a day. But in the end, I think it's good because these things can be quite overwhelming with so many exhibitors that I think sometimes it's good to get a little bit of a short burst experience, especially as this is my first year attending the the building show. I don't know what to expect. It would be good to go feel it out, not get too overwhelmed, just maybe walk away with one or two things that would be worthwhile. If I walk away with this with a somewhat audible podcast and maybe one supplier or producer of a product, then I think that's a win. So setting the bar real low, and let's hope we can achieve that. This podcast was brought to you by Casper Mattresses. I'm going to be fully honest here. I am not sponsored or affiliated with Casper Mattresses in any sort of way, but I do keep hearing their advertisements on podcasts that I listen to, and I would be lying if I said I was not somewhat intrigued by their product, their service. I have been hearing some of their advertisements on the radio as well, so I think that somewhat contributes to the intrigue. But I would love to try a Casper mattress. I'll just go out there and say it. I'm supporting what they do, having lower costs on brick and mortar locations. I think they're able to pass on a cheaper product to their consumers, and I think that's a good thing. And from what I hear, they make good products, very good quality products that people enjoy sleeping on, and that's why I wanted to sponsor this podcast partially by Casper Mattresses. So if anybody at Casper is listening to this mattress, hook me up with a mattress, and I'll give you even a few more podcast mentions. How does that sound? Throwing out some business deals, opportunities. But yeah, shout out to Casper Mattresses. Keep doing what you're doing, and maybe I'll shout you out again. Who knows? But buy a Casper mattress if you're in the market for a new mattress. Again, kudos to you who are listening to this, going through these really loud, obnoxious noises. My car is quite loud. I'm never more cognizant of it than when I'm trying to film or produce something. yeah, whatever. I gotta do it anyway because maybe one day I'll have a quiet car or I'll be able to do this at home. I mean, I should be able to do this at home, and hopefully next time I will do this at home, just to have a quieter atmosphere, and I think I'll produce a better product from that. But yeah, I enjoy producing, even though I don't know where this is going to go. I really like investing into it. Even if only one person listens to this, I'm probably going to invest in this because it kind of feels therapeutic to just record yourself talk. And it's something I really want to do, so I just got to keep investing in it, even if nobody else does, you know? Right? That's how things work, I think. You got to invest in things first before you expect others to invest in it, but hopefully, if this file does, if it is audible at all, if you can't hear anything that I am saying, then it will be direct proof that I am going to try and make it better and better. And then you'll always have this one to go back on and say, wow, look at that Anthony Soros guy. What a long way he's come. With those super raggedy podcasts he used to produce and how loud they were. And how enjoyable they are now with such little distractions made by his car's motor and his car's alignment. It's just, hopefully my loud car won't interfere. That being said, if I'm ever, as long as I continue to produce videos and podcasts in this truck, it's probably going to be loud, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Anyway, I'm about 29 minutes away from the convention center, my maps is telling me. I'm starting to get quite hungry. I did a big cheat day yesterday where I just gorged out on junk food. I was eating sour keys and Doritos and had some tacos for dinner. I had McDonald's for lunch. Ate some ice cream. I ate a bunch of pastries from Starbucks. I was really pigging out yesterday. And I think my metabolism has kind of caught on and is expecting a certain level of calories today, which I'm probably not going to give it, so I'm probably going to be a little hungry and uncomfortable, but that's okay. I like intermittent fasting. I like pushing myself to be uncomfortable. It makes me feel strong in the end, so it makes me feel like an asshole to say it out loud. But part of me really enjoys to try and do hard things, so yeah. So right now I'm really hungry, my stomach's rumbling, I'm about half an hour from the Toronto Building Show, and I'm ranting and talking to myself with the hopes that somebody out there might listen. What a guy. Isn't life beautiful? Where the universe can acknowledge that it's one little silly being doing silly things. Life's great. I really am thankful for a lot of things in life. I'm thankful for this very loud, rickety truck. It's served me very well over the past 2 years. As much as I love to shit talk it, it does me well. I'm very thankful for my friends. They've always been amazing support to me. Shout out, I'm very thankful for my family, both my direct and my extended family. They've always been an amazing support to me. Thankful for my countrymen, my fellow Canadians. You guys make living very nice. I'm thankful for so many things, and I feel like it's good to talk about them and just put it out there, and to try and be grateful for even the smallest things, you know, even this podcast that I'm producing. I'm thankful that I took the leap, that very well nobody may ever listen to this, but here I am, somewhat, maybe half an hour into it. I don't even know at this point. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm just driving and sorry, shouldn't have sworn there, but I kind of swear sometimes. Let's just try to figure out where I'm going. Okay, there, we're good. Yeah, thankful for this really bad quality audio podcast. I hope, I'm thankful for it. I don't care how bad it is, I'm thankful I have it. I'm thankful I took the time to try and do it. I had the courage to face myself and my inner self that talks, my inner slave driver. I don't know what to call it. It should have a name, I think. I'm not too familiar with the literature on it, but my inner self that is constantly beating myself down. It's good to have the courage to go against that, and even though there's a part of me that says, Anthony, this is going to be a really bad podcast, this is going to be horrible, there's going to be so many loud distractions like the car fan, the motor. It's nice to just try it anyway and put it out there. So I'm grateful for that I had the courage to do that. I'm grateful for if anybody even listens to 30 seconds of this podcast. If I get 30 seconds of time listened to this podcast, I think that'll be a win. If somebody out there listens to it for 30 seconds, or 2 people listen to it for 15 seconds, or 30 people listen to it for 1 second, then I think it'll be a win in my book. And if next time I can get 31 seconds, then that'll be a win. I'm just gonna go for real small, slow wins, and who knows, maybe when I'm 30 years old I'll have 50 or 100 podcasts done by then, and maybe people will listen to a collective minute of it. Well, I just saw a cool car. But yeah, I think we gotta really be patient and work hard on the baby steps. And sometimes, myself included, I think we expect too much too soon, and it's unfair of the process of ourselves to expect so much. Yeah, so I think it's a vital part of the process to go through the discomforts and face those battles, those fears, because there's no way we'll get better if we don't. Even though they're scary and they make us uncomfortable, and it's easier to just run away from it, to go distract ourselves, it's worthwhile. At least I believe it's worthwhile to fight those battles. And sometimes it's the smallest things. Like, I'll be honest, I had a bit of anxiety driving out. I still do, going to this conference. I don't have the most experience in contracting. That makes me a little insecure, so I feel like that translates to some anxiety. I'm kind of anxious that people will call me out for my inexperience, that it'll somehow taint my name and people will never want to do business with me, all because I had one bad conversation with a guy at a conference. And when I'm saying it out loud, it sounds so silly, but I'm being very honest and truthful when I say these are trains of thought that go through my head. So I feel almost proud of myself in a sense that I'm going out there by myself to go see what it's about, setting a real small goal, so I'm hoping I can achieve it. And yeah, but it's those little things, you know. Maybe it's going out to hang out with your friends, or going out to a bar. You're a little anxious about people thinking you're a little overweight, or maybe you don't have nice clothes, and maybe your hair, you're balding, or there's so many things, you know, and it's so easy for these things to get, if we make the analogy of them being little weeds, if we don't pluck them when they're very small, they can very quickly become very large, ugly, strangling things, and they become more difficult to remove as they get bigger. So it's about fighting those small battles in my eyes. Even this morning, I really didn't want to work out. I was thinking, oh, I feel tired. I know these workouts make me tired, because then I work up a sweat, and I know I really push myself when I do them, and I don't feel like pushing myself right now. Pushing myself's hard. It's gonna make me tired. I'm not gonna have energy to go to this conference, and just things like that, you know. And then they can escalate, and then I don't work out, and then it's a month and I've gained weight, and my body's getting softer, and I can't move well, and then it's a month out, and I'm all of a sudden disconnected from what I wanted to be because a small little fear got the better of me. So I don't know, guys. Either way, if you are listening to this up until this point, holy shit, thank you very much. Like, that has just smashed my goal of 30 seconds so far out of the water that I'm on the moon right now. And I feel like I want to keep doing this forever. Anyway, to know if somebody actually listened to this for as long as I've been recording up until this moment, however many minutes that's been, that even just imagining that is crazy. So thank you if you are listening. I don't know, I'm pulling up. I think that's all I want to talk about for now. I'm just excited that I took the time to record. I'm going to try and maybe listen and see how audible these recordings are, and then go from there. I guess we'll go from there. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate your love, your support by listening. Let me know what you enjoyed and didn't enjoy about the podcast. If you'd like to see any special guests, I definitely want to have people on, because that was almost the original intention, was to talk to people. But I figured I have no one to talk to. Let's do a solo podcast for the meantime. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, fellows, ladies, gentlemen. Really means the world to me for you to support me and listen and watch my videos and subscribe and all that. Really means the world. Can't say it enough. Helps me chase my dreams. Really means the world. I'm going to listen to this podcast, see if it's audible. I'm scared just even saying that, because I know it's going to sound so bad, but that's okay. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing this again soon, so if you did enjoy this, if you want more, hit that subscribe button, hit like, comment down below, and we'll be back soon. Alright, guys, take care, stay based.